Few moments have shaped the fighting game community more than the moment these words were first uttered. This moment lit a spark not only in fighting game fans, but video game fans around the world. What will be known as EVO Moment 37 would lead many down the path of becoming lifetime fighting game fans, including some of the FGC's most prominent pro players and community figures. What's incredible about this moment in history is that there was no Twitch channel streaming the entire event, or even a YouTube channel with all the matches. It is thanks to a few dudes with cameras who happened to be at the right place at the right time that we have the moment that changed fighting games and fighting game media forever. Today I want to explore the fighting game community's history, not of the moments themselves, but how the ways that we've shared these moments has evolved over time. My hope is that by the end of this video, you not only get to learn about our past, but are also empowered with the knowledge of how we can better shape our future. Let's wind back the clock a few decades. The world surrounding the fighting game golden age of the 90s was a drastically different one from today. When Street Fighter II World Warrior launched in 1991, the VCR was still the most commonly owned appliance in about 75% of US homes. Digital media technology wouldn't even be around until the later stages of the decade, and content streaming services like YouTube and Twitch were not even imaginable by ordinary people. A few years prior to the launch of Street Fighter II, the first camcorders had entered circulation, giving regular people access to something that only movie producers had access to: the capability to capture their lives, not in still photos, but in motion. Their history and that of those that they love could now be captured on film. And I mean literally film. We're still like way away from SD cards or DVD storage even. But if you talk to anyone who still owns a video cassette tape and was even around whenever that technology first emerged, they'll tell you that it was revolutionary. We could now record moments of our lives in motion and then share them with people. When cameras made their way into the arcades, we had our first records of what really made our community. With these camcorders, we could now film our tournaments, money matches, exhibition sets, everything. When we admitted to achieving some legendary feat, we could literally tell people to check the tapes. We now had the tech to show people what we're really made of. Fast forward to the end of the 90s, and DVDs and DVD players are slowly starting to enter more and more stores and households around the world. And it is from here that we begin to enter the digital era, and this is where things start to get fun. The turn of the 21st century brought with it the rise of digital technology. YouTube was founded in 2005, roughly 1 year after Moment 37, and the way that we shared videos was changed forever. Followed up with the eventual launch of Justin.tv, later to be known as Twitch, and you have the biggest media shakeup that the fighting game community has ever witnessed. There was no more need to mail DVDs to see what the top players were doing. You no longer had to wait until a tournament was over to see everything that had happened. The moment a tournament was started, we could stream the entire thing, and the second it was over, we could upload it straight to YouTube for everyone to watch whenever they want, wherever they want. Today, it's now easier than ever to find everything you've ever wanted to know about a particular game, its top players, when the next tournaments are, when and where they're going to be streamed, and even how to prepare yourself to one day be on the tournament stage yourself before the entire world. There's never been a greater moment in fighting game history for us to share what makes our community so great. We are empowered with the ability to make history. But with great power comes great responsibility. And it's worth it's really hard for me to read that line. I don't know why I wrote that. Okay. But with great power comes great responsibility. And I think it's worth mentioning the people who have to carry that responsibility. Now, I've spent the last 4 minutes talking about videos and live streams, but let's not neglect the impact that photography has on keeping the history of our community alive. It is my personal belief that photographers are arguably one of the most underappreciated media creators in the esports space. Our streamers can capture all the action that happens in the brackets and on the main stage, Our photographers can capture what happens in between. The moments that don't make it live, the crowds, the reactions of the players. Everything in the world surrounding the games themselves can be captured in photographs. Good photos capture a moment frozen in time. Great photos capture an energy, an emotion. They're more than what is shown within their frame. They're something magical, all-consuming. They bring you there. If you're a professional photographer, all I ask is that you reach out. If your calendar has some free space between any major tournaments or any other events that you may do, see if you can find a small scale event within your area that you can take photos of. You could reach out to the tournament organizers of monthlies and regionals and see if they'd like any professional photographs that can help them market and promote their future events. You could also use going to smaller weekly events as a networking opportunity to build towards future paid gigs, while also expanding your portfolio. If you're a TO, consider reaching out to any photography studios that are in your area. See if there are any places nearby that specialize in indoor photography that can send a photographer to snap some photos for your event. I'm sure that you'll find that the benefits that this will have for your social media presence alone will be more than worth the effort. Oh, and TOs, while you're at it, you'll also want to make sure you have one of these guys at your event. Streams are the lifeblood of any competitive endeavor. You need only look at traditional sports to understand the impact that being able to watch an event live can have on its fans, who get to watch their favorite players and teams make history right before their very eyes. Nothing beats that kind of experience. If you're running tournaments of any form or scale, whether they be locals, monthlies, regionals, online events, offline events, whatever, do your best to stream those events. And it doesn't just have to be TOs running the entire show. The rise of online tournaments have granted players with a strong network connection not only the opportunity to compete, but also the opportunity to stream their tournament runs before their own audience. And whenever a player's run is done, then we can all just raid the main tournament stream, bringing everyone's personal audiences together in one singular community. And isn't it this coming together of people of diverse backgrounds that makes our community so special in the first place? With all of the streaming tools at our disposal, there's never been a better time to make this kind of impact. But the job ain't over when the thanks for watching screen comes up. If you're streaming on Twitch, those VODs won't stay up forever, even if you're a Twitch partner. For most of us, Twitch will delete our VODs after just 2 weeks, so we gotta act fast. Once your stream is over, download your VODs and keep them somewhere. You can save them to Google Drive, you can put them on a flash drive, or you could even edit them up and upload them to YouTube. The best thing you can do for your VODs is have them in a form that can be shared with others. At the birth of the fighting game community, there were very few of us who had the skills or the technology to save these moments of our history. Now everyone has the ability to leave a lasting impact. Whether you're streaming your online tournaments from your PlayStation or filming your friends' matches from your phone, you can leave a lasting impact. Everything I mentioned in this video is not just for the people who are experiencing these moments in the present, but the people who will find these experiences in the future. Everything I mentioned in this video is not just for the people who are experiencing these moments in the present, but the people who will find these experiences in the future. These are the people who will watch our streams for the first time, who've never heard of fighting games, who didn't know people gathered together to play these games in person. These people would otherwise never know about the passion that comes out of our community. These people could become so much more than our next generation of players, our next star, our next TO, or our next streamer. These are the people who will carry the torch forward when everything that's come before them has gone. Our streams, videos, and photographs do much more than just capture history in the moment. They introduce the outside world to what we're all about and what we value, and it encourages them to join in on the fun. And isn't that what fighting games are all about? If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and share this with more people you know. I want to give a very special thanks to this channel subscribers who are now scrolling across the screen right now. If you would like to join them and be featured in future videos, be sure to click the subscribe button and support the channel. Feel free to discuss more ways that we can leave our mark on FGC history in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've been ShaolinPretzels, and as always, Stay salty.